Right now, the radar is showing quite a bit of activity off the East Coast with more lightning there over the warmer Gulf Stream. But we've got our own wet weather right along the coast here this morning. You can see the showers starting to push inland there towards Pine Island and a couple dying out there near the lighthouse on Sanibel. Here's a little closer look there at Captiva and areas here along Pine Island near Pine Island Center, where we've got a little wet weather just south there of Pine Island Road that will head towards Matlacha. Right over the causeway, we've got a little drizzle here this morning, and you can see more of that wet weather sitting just off to the south, dissipating between Vanderbilt Beach and North Naples. Our rain chances, they're going to stay high here, near 80% as we go through the next couple of days, and we'll start to transition down. Friday drops to 40, so we'll cut it in half, and then over the weekend, 20% chance on Saturday, 30 on Sunday, and with drier conditions, our temperature is going to go up. Our wet weather can be tied to what the National Hurricane Center is watching for potential development. Does this look familiar? This is an identical setup to where we saw last week. An area low pressure riding across the state, giving us very high rain chances, and then just a slight 10% only of this developing there over the Gulf waters as it moves westbound away from Florida. That's what's going to pull in that drier air. And just like last weekend, we're going to be back in the mid to upper 90s. As far as today, that rain arrives a little bit earlier between 11 and noon, and we'll see that showers and thunderstorms and that wet weather right off to the north. We'll keep it in play all the way through the late afternoon before it starts to taper off. Yesterday, we didn't pick up a whole lot at Fort Myers or Naples, but Punta Gorda picked up over a half an inch. As you look at the deficits, unfortunately, Fort Myers is getting so close to a 10-inch deficit for the year, and you can see July has been pretty dry. We're roughly 2.5 to 2 3/4 inches behind there for the month. Punta Gorda barely running a surplus at 0.02. Now, temperature-wise this morning, upper 70s with some low 80s there along the coastline, and our temperatures are in the upper 80s to low 90s this afternoon. So the wet weather and the cloud cover will keep our temperatures in check, a little bit below our average of 92. The wind is going to be out of the south. That's going to allow for very high humidity, and it's going to help fuel those showers and storms. Now, subtle change for tomorrow with more of a southeasterly flow across the state. Showers and storms arrive a little later, so we're looking at more a 3 to 7 o'clock window instead of starting as early as 11 a.m. So Friday transitioning down to drier conditions, and boy, the heat comes back for Saturday and Sunday.